The Kenya National Union of Teachers hosts its 62nd Annual Delegates Conference today at Sitam Church in Kisumu. The conference brings together educators from across the country to assess and evaluate the achievements and challenges encountered by the union, its membership and the education sector at large, with a view to chart a path at improvement. While addressing the press after the inaugural Thanksgiving prayer service, the union's National Secretary General Mr. Collins Oyu stated that with over 2,000 delegates expected to attend the conference, the agenda shall encompass robust discussions on unhonored collective bargaining agreements and disciplinary processes against teachers.
We expect heavy resolutions that will propel the agenda of the year 2023 in leading teachers in matters labor. Teachers are expectant about the way the sector will alleviate, especially with major education reviews as the new government takes shape. Let me highlight just a few points that shall form the discussion amongst the delegates, and I expect very positive and encouraging deliberations and discussions from all the delegates across the Republic. One is the employment of more teachers to cushion the teacher shortage in the country, which shall begin in the first term 2023, January. Government, through Teacher Service Commission, has already advertised, you know much as I do, about 35,550 for both primary and secondary school teachers. Recognition of the 2021-2025 CBA, which of course most of you from the media have actually had the common name of the SEC CBA. The SEC CBA, as said all over the country by our teachers, I think we shall apply the review clause of the CBA that actually requires that both parties can sit back again and renegotiate the terms and conditions of service for members, right from monetary benefits to the other benefits, as you know too well. Yes, we sat in Naivasha and we got a slight opening. The window that was provided by Teacher Service Commission to sit with Kenya National Union of Teachers in Naivasha gave us an opening to renegotiate the 2021-2025 CBA. We are also asking Teacher Service Commission, which I've discussed, and the discussion shall proceed tomorrow, so that we handle teachers' disciplines cases in the Teachers' Appeal Tribunal. The Teachers' Appeal Tribunal at some point was abolished, reasons not known to us at all, so that right as we speak now, the Teacher Service Commission accuses teachers, hear their cases, and determine the fate of the same teachers. Initially, we used to sit with Teacher Service Commission more so when a case has actually been given dismissal. So the teacher applies again, and the Teachers' Appeal Tribunal sits where Kenya National Union of Teachers is also present.
The Teachers Union seeks to consolidate further consensus from its members on its push for a 60% pay rise, as well as galvanize support for the abolishment of the Teachers Delocalization Program, which the union insists is a draconian policy instituted by the Teachers Service Commission.
We, as Kenya National Union of Teachers, shall sit with Teachers Service Commission, and we have made a proposal of a 60% pay rise for teachers across the board. You know too well, much as I do, that the last CBA, 2017-2021, had a lot of emphasis on our heads and deputies, administrators. But this time around, we are getting up to have all of us considered as teachers in this republic. The government's education charter shall also be in discussion. And what is there in the same charter for teachers? The funding of education, improving on available infrastructure, review of some policies that have posed danger to the education sector. promotion of teachers, which was shifted from academic qualifications to appraisal model. This matter has been conversed in different forums, including the National Assembly, to have promotions on academic qualifications brought back so as to benefit teachers who really invested on the same by taking loans to further their education. Delocalization, deployment and transfer of teachers, which has affected families. And the units are never, the family units are never together as before. We shall discuss that because most of our members and our teachers at large have really been affected. Most of these policies, I want to say, are dictatorial in nature and were done without proper consultation with the stakeholders. It is coming out that are no longer tenable to our teachers.
It is anticipated that the delegates will also discuss enrichment, best practices, and more ways to help advance the welfare of teachers in light of the changes brought about by the transition from 844 to CBC.
The review of education system to accommodate stakeholders' views running from public education to tertiary. You know too well that we missed a point as we were rolling out the competency-based curriculum. And that is why the president had to come in very fast. And we must thank him for coming in timely to stop the train that had already left the station. Now, the Teachers' Professional Development, TPD, has been a thorn in the flesh for our teachers, where Teacher Service Commission proposed that teachers have to pay $6,000 for the modules. We have appealed, and we are pushing even the Parliamentary Committee on Education, they are sitting today with TSC, to look at this thing once more. When we don't have enough for our teachers even to maintain themselves, how do we go ahead, deep in our pockets again, to cough out another $6,000 to pay for our own induction as said? This should be seen by Teacher Service Commission to be their role. And I think they actually gave a proposal when it became so hot so that Parliament can approve the 4.5 billion that the TSC proposed to actually cater for TPD.
Reporting for Media One International, I'm Cindy Kavuchi.